If only we had the ability to not question what happens, but to just go with that flow, there would be no suffering at all. There would be no pain at all. Everything would be exactly the way the universe wants it. We have a lot of desires. We're not just fathers and daughters and mothers and sisters. Beside our familial relations, we have friends, and we have certain expectations of how those friendships will develop. We want to develop close and nurturing relationships, make sure that we have someone that we can call of our own through our lives. We want to make a success of whatever career, whatever job we're doing. And it mustn't be acceptable just in our eyes. It has to be acceptable in the eyes of everybody else. There are so many things that we want for ourselves, that we long for ourselves, and we doubt that we'll get it. Right? That element of doubt is what separates those who succeed from those who fail. Nobody talks about their failures. Nobody tells you that I wrote this book 50 times, I sent it to 500 people, I got 700 rejections. Every time I sat for this exam, I thought I was going to pass it for short, but I failed it. I wanted to get into Harvard. I applied for it, but they rejected me. You see, nobody highlights their failures. They only talk about their successes. But every time we have something that doesn't work in our life, there are one of two choices. You either trust the universe, you trust that what is good for you, that what is destined for you, that what is in your path is going to show up. Right? Or you change your path completely. You change your path completely. Either way, trusting the universe, trusting the way things work is very important. It is a moment of complete surrender to what is happening right now. Not the future. You're not telling yourself, nothing is ever going to work out for me, nothing will ever, be to my liking, this is what I deserve, this is what I'll get, God is punishing me. Trust me, there is nobody sitting out there with an arrow aimed at you. God doesn't have the time to attend to so many people. If anyone is sabotaging your chance of success, it is you. No one else is responsible. You have to have faith. Unfortunately, in the religious world has taken over that word to mean a belief in God. And when I say faith, and of course, please go ahead and believe in God. If that is your path, I respect that, and you're welcome to do it. But when I say faith, I mean a belief in what you're doing. A belief that everything happens through you, for you. A belief that this entire universe has been set up to make you succeed. A belief that everything works in your favor. Ultimately, everything works in your favor. When things are going well, it is an automatic belief that that is your path, right? Everything is opening, doors are opening, everything is going your way. all of a sudden, but while you were on this path, you were completely ignoring your health. And you were like putting on weight, or you were drinking too much, or traveling too much, or just having a lot of commitments and responsibilities, and you ignored yourself. And the time has come that if you don't stop what you're doing and change paths, everything is going to get very bad for you. You're probably going to get a heart attack, or you're going to fall seriously sick, right? You don't know what's going to happen, but you don't have the strength to drop what you're doing even though you know it's not good for you. You doubt that there will be any other opening there for you, that anything else will open up. But I'm asking you this one question. Till now, have things worked out reasonably well in your favor? Do you have food to eat? Yes? No? Do you have a place to stay? Yes? No? Do you have a few friends who really care for you? One or two? A partner? Somebody? Yeah? You're okay. You are completely cared for. Everything that you have required or needed has been given to you. You are very fortunate. You are extremely fortunate. Not the rest of the world is not like that. There are many people living in many poorer countries who are in situations that they have no control of. But the one thing you can control is the state of your mind. It doesn't matter where you are. You can disengage from what's happening around you. Know that you will be taken care of. Know that you will be taken care of, because whatever that's happening, a job is not going well, an illness is coming your way, a relationship is souring, that's going to change. Things always change. You doubt that, and that's where the problem lies. So you want to make a success of your painting business, and you say, I'm a great painter, you sell one, you sell two the next month, you sell three the next month, and then there's a slight dip, it's again two. You say, oh my God, maybe this painting business is not good for me. And as soon as you begin that doubt, it's gone down. You have to keep the faith that it's all working for you. There is a point, and if you are in touch with yourself, you understand how far you can go. Because failures are very good for you. Failures are character building. Failures make you work harder. Most often, we fail because we don't put in effort. We don't give it our all. We don't give it everything. And no matter what you do, if you want something to succeed in your life, you have to give it attention. That's why I ask you to meditate every day, because if you don't give that part of your life attention, it's going to wither, it's going to fall. You're not going to feel happy. Whatever you give attention to, that's what is growing in your life. You give attention to fear. Oh, somebody's going to come and rob my house. Oh, everything is really, oh, the law and order is really bad. Oh, that's what's you probably get mugged within a week. Because your mind is consumed with being scared and frightened of everybody else. When you finish meditating, you get that sense, that feeling that it's all good. Everything is just the way it's supposed to be. If you just say for a moment, I don't mind what happens, then that little failure that you have, that setback, it won't be such a big thing. At one point you'll realize that this path is not for me. I've tried. Right? I've tried with a positive attitude. I'm going to make this work. This is going to happen for me. This is my calling. This is, what I want to put my attention in. You try and try and try, and it doesn't work. The door closes. You have to force another door to open. You can't expect God to do it for you. He's really busy nowadays. In fact, he's got a lot of stuff to do, and he told me that he has no time for these small things. You got to take care of it yourself. In God we trust? No. Trust yourself. You are the embodiment of that power. You have it in you. You lose it when you doubt. You have it when you trust. You lose it when you fear. You have it when you're faithful. You lose it when you're envious and when you're jealous. You have it when you love. You lose it completely with hate, with lies, with negativity, with disharmony, with spreading of ill information. No, that's not what we want to do. We want to only surround ourselves with positive attitudes. Only then will good things happen to you. That faith is when you take the next step. You take a step knowing that the earth will support you. Right? That's the faith I'm talking about. You are an embodiment of talents and skills and successes waiting to happen, like a flower waiting to bloom. What does a flower do? It blooms. Then it withers. And then you have another flower blooming. And it withers. This is life. This is life. The flower is not sitting and lamenting, saying, oh, I'm fading. This is terrible. I don't want to fade. You're fading. That's life. But when you bloom, right? The universe has a way, has a path for each one of us. It's a unique path. Nobody can tell you how you should lead your life. You know within yourself. If you lead your life with concern and care for other people, not thinking just about your own success, your own vision, your own limited stuff, life is always better. Always better. You have to, all your actions should be performed the way we put in ghee, we say, in our culture we say ghee into the fire, When you pour ghee as an offering into the fire, the flames go higher. Like that, every action that you perform, do it in a spirit of offering. And that's why all the religions in the past said, offer to God, offer it all to God, give it all to God, right? Give whatever you possess to God. And people took it literally, and now the pastors and the priests are doing very well. But jokes aside, everything you do, you do as a reflection of the universe. The universe expresses itself, consciousness expresses itself through each one of us. You may be the president of the country or a janitor, a bus driver or a sewage cleaner. The same consciousness is expressing itself through you. You have to take pride in that and go with that flow. Whatever life has, go with that flow. Trust that nothing will come in your way that you can't handle. Trust that every failure is a stepping stone to success. Trust that the universe loves you like you, and that's how you should love yourself. The universe is made up only of love, that consciousness, that Brahman that we talk about, that true self, that is pure love. And that's what you are. That's what you are. So never worry. Never worry that this didn't work out. Every failure is teaching you something. It's teaching you to trust. It's teaching you to work a little bit harder. It's teaching you fortitude. It's teaching you how to take this. It's teaching you gratitude in the moment. Be grateful for what is there. Be grateful for what you have. There is always a lesson to be learned. You live your life right now, this moment. You live it without any fear, any doubts, any anxieties. Moment to moment to moment. And you live your life in service of others. Other people before you. Other people before you. You come last. But the only thing where I want you to come first is in taking time to meditate. That is, the most important gift you can give to yourself. To meditate for 15 or 20 minutes in a day, so that all the weight in your shoulders gets released and you can spend the rest of the day doing everything to make others happy. That's something worth living for.